Hi, I'm David Dang, the founder of the Instagram page Entrepreneurship Facts with currently over 1.5 million followers as of June 2020. A lot of people have asked me, how can I grow a massive following on Instagram? Is there any secret to it? The short answer is yes. I tell you the secret on how to grow on Instagram or any social media platform at the end of this video. But first, it is very important for you to understand how the Instagram algorithm works so that you can increase your chance of getting your content to be seen by more people. Let's look into the changes to the Instagram algorithms in 2020 and what factors determine the content that appears on users' feed. To have a deeper understanding of how the Instagram algorithm works, let's see how it has evolved over the years. Back in 2016, Instagram feeds highlighted the moments that you care about. This was a radical step from its former reverse chronological feed, which was inspired by other social media platforms. The message was reflected in Facebook's commitment in 2018 to put friends and family first, a move that highlighted personal posts over marketing ones. At the same time, Instagram also enhanced users' feed by giving more value to more recent posts. The platform was vague about how these changes were actually implemented beyond a notification that says you're all caught up. In January 2019, Instagram addressed the questions people had about its algorithm's changes, posting several tweets for clarification. In these tweets, Instagram explained that users' activity was the primary basis for what shows up first on the feed. Here's what Instagram said. What shows up first in your feed is determined by what posts and accounts you engage with the most, as well as other contributing factors such as the timeliness of posts, how often you use Instagram, how many people you follow, etc. We have not made any recent changes to the feed ranking, and we never hide posts from people you're following. If you keep scrolling, you'll see them all. Again, your feed is personalized to you and evolves over time based on how you use Instagram. So that's one of the rare occasions where Instagram publicly talks about how their algorithm works. I honestly can't give you the technical explanation for how the algorithm does its magic, but I do know the 7 factors that determine how my posts will perform in the Instagram algorithms. Based on my personal experience and conversation with other social media marketers, here are the 7 factors that will determine how many people will see your content. Number 1, user engagement. The factor that has a greater impact on your feed is users' engagement. Posts with more likes, share, comments, views, and so on are more visible on users' feeds. This higher rank is because Instagram correlates more like and comments with quality content, which in turn, the algorithm shows it to more people. You're probably thinking, if you don't have a large following already, then your chance of getting discovered will be almost zero because you can't compete with large accounts that have hundreds of thousands of followers. That's not necessarily true because Instagram also looks at the percentage of people who see your post and interact with it. If 100 people saw your new post and none of them engaged with it, then it's telling the algorithm that your content sucks. People are not interested. On the other hand, if all of them comment or like the post, then it's telling the algorithm that the content is actually good. Hence, most people who saw it interacted with the post. So the higher the percentage of people who saw the post and engaged with it, the higher chance of your post appearing on the Explore page or top posts in the hashtags that are being used. In doing so, it helps to boost your post to go viral and gain more social reach, followers, and traffic to your Instagram account. Number 2, favorite accounts. This relates to the last point about user engagement. The more someone likes, comments, or shares your post on Instagram, the more visible that your content becomes on that person's feed. That's because the platform equates engagement with preference. So it will try to show that person what they want to see, which would be your content. This is the reason why the algorithm will put your content in front of your loyal fans first. When they start engaging with your content, Instagram will then show your content to even more people. Number 3, viewing time. Both Instagram and Facebook measure the length of time a user views and interacts with posts. Again, when users spend more time than normal to consume your content, that indicates to Instagram that people like your content. So the time spent is another factor for determining if Instagram would boost your content. One way to maximize this is by adding better and longer captions, which motivate more people to read and click the more button. This also explains why videos, IGTVs, and carousel do so well on Instagram. After all, users spend more time looking at them. Number 4, posting time. The Instagram algorithms also takes into consideration the timeliness of the content or when it was actually posted. If you use the app multiple times a day, you see content posted minutes or hours ago more often than posts from a few days ago. That is because Instagram wants users to see new stuff. But if you only check your feed once every few days or once a week, the platform will help you catch up by showing the most engaging posts seen the last time you were on Instagram. Number 5, type of content. Another factor that influences your feed is the kind of content you prefer. For example, if you often engage with sports-related posts, then Instagram will show you more content in that genre. Number 6, account search. Instagram also factors in the accounts you search for on its platform. It assumes that you want to see other accounts that have related content. For example, if you search for the Instagram account of a singer, then expect to see more content from that particular account on your feed. Not only that, you also see more music or celebrity content on your feed. And this is the reason why if you log into a guy's account, you see a bunch of hot girls on the Explore page. Number 7, direct message shares. Instagram considers sharing a post through direct messages as a type of engagement. So when you share a cute cat photo via DM to a friend, Instagram takes note of this behavior and shows you more cats on your feed. So those are the 7 factors that affect the Instagram algorithm, and the truth of the matter is Instagram algorithms is constantly changing. The algorithm is powered by machine learning, which means that any new behavioral patterns or trends will be factored into how the algorithm works. The problem is that many people try to find hacks to trick the algorithm so that they can reach more people on Instagram. But let me ask you this question. Do you think you can outsmart the team that is working at Instagram that are being paid millions of dollars to constantly update the sophisticated algorithm? Chances are not very high. Well, good thing I'm here. Here's the secret to beat the algorithm every single time there's a new update. The secret is create good content that your target audience wants to see, period. When you do that, you don't need to worry about an algorithm update that will screw up your growth, because at the end of the day, any changes that Instagram makes to the algorithm is to help users see the content that they want to see and interact with. By creating content that your target audience wants to see, you are immune to any future changes. In fact, any new changes will just help you reach more people. Well, that's my secret to grow a big following on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, then click the subscribe button below for more awesome content coming. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.